Okay, my friends, part due to election as I go to work. So you'll be seeing me in the dark. You could see me kind of, but you really can't see me because it's dark. But anyway, here we go. A little video about our grand election. And it's funny because, as I've said before, I always start out this videos like this one because I want people to understand that in reality, I hadn't voted since George Bush, okay? W was kind of a funny guy. I found him kind of a funny person, and therefore whatever. So I didn't vote since he ran with, I forgot, Quayle. Well, that was his dad. I think it might have been his dad. Or maybe that was W. But anyway, whatever. That was the last time I voted. So my grand scheme was that I had thought that there would be a person that I actually liked that would run for president this time. And so I went ahead and registered to vote. And this is this time. The last time I didn't want to vote because I already knew who was running. It was Trumpy and Hillary. And I didn't want to vote for those two guys because I didn't like either of them. I think she has more dirty laundry than he does. Therefore, I didn't want to vote for her. Okay? So, I didn't. Well, I didn't vote at all. This election came up, and I kind of thought there was a person that I had wanted to run that was going to run. Well, that didn't turn out. So here I am, registered to vote. Don't want to waste it, although where I'm from, our electoral votes always go a certain way, no matter who you care about, no matter who it is. That's just kind of how it is. Oh, did I just fuck up? I don't know what I did. But anyway, so I voted, and I'll tell you this. It was only because a lot of people were all on this shit, and this is another thing, swayed me not to vote the way I might have. But because I didn't really like Orange Man Dad, and I knew my state would carry the other guy anyway, now you get it. But the funniest thing about this is that they got all over them when the other guy won. Oh, Russia collusion, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look at this. It's all Putin. Oh, my God. They got in there and they hacked it. Now, first and foremost, I'll tell you this so you don't think I'm trying to tell you something that I don't believe. Do I believe the coronavirus is real? I believe it's real. But do I believe the numbers are where they're saying it is? I don't. I think, and they're saying that most people that are healthy get better. So it's kind of like a flu, only it's a different flu. I happen to believe, like my other videos, that it's really blamed on something else, like iron oxide. That's another topic. But have they used that and everything else to sway what yesterday began? Who knows? Kind of fishy though, because there's a lot of things that are beginning to happen. So then, like I said, a friend of mine and me, we like to sit around, and this is kind of like the last 3 elections, so even when Obama won, we used to sit there and go back and forth through Messenger about, who had what state, what was what, and so on. And we'd stay up all night. Well, said person has today off. I don't. So I went to bed, and I kept my little map going, and I finally passed out about 11. Well, the funny thing about it is, these states like Georgia, North Carolina, I think it's Wisconsin, I think that's what that is, and Alaska, they've sat red for hours. For hours. Almost a day. And then you have all these other states, and he told me they would happen, and they did. And what happened? He said, watch this. He goes, in 20 minutes, California, Oregon, and Washington will be blue. And they were. And they had just barely even finished. Now, I do know that this state of California does lean that way. Okay, I do know that. So it's not a surprise. But it's funny how the balloting boxes weren't even closed. And they were already saying, oh, it's you know who. Right? That's kind of interesting. So, I go and I look at the states that are remaining. It looks like old JoJo is going to have 258 votes. And Trump would be at about 260 or something like that. 261, something like that. So it ends up that state that, oh my God, the votes are all screwed up in, that's going to be the one that breaks it for them. So anybody who thought they were riding a red wave, anybody thought they were riding a blue wave, there's no wave. It's an ebb. A little ebb tide. Ooh, that's the song. But anyway, so how long will these stay that way? Or will they finally go, well, and let it happen? Or are they thinking that there's a way that they can change one of those red states? Because if they do it, then he can't win. See? Now, again, I am not the biggest Orange Man bad fan. First and foremost, understand that part. I'm not. But I'm also in the game of fair. And if the guy is going to win fair and square, then it needs to happen fair and square. So, but then you're going to get all these other guys that were there back then when that first time, oh, but they weren't fair. I go, well, no, but you guys are acting like little kids. You guys are sitting here, and first we have all these rallies and blocking traffic and doing all that. And that's totally good. But when it comes around to the other end, and these guys do the same thing, which I don't believe blocking people from voting is right. I don't care who it is. Now you're playing a childish game. But here's something else I'm going to tell you. So in my local little Facebook feed, somebody posted a thing about how, oh, I can't believe it, they're blocking an overpass with Trump shit. No, they weren't blocking an overpass. They had flags and they were standing there, but you could drive right by them. They weren't blocking an overpass. I drove by that every weekend, and they don't block the overpass. The overpass has a flag that says Trump on it, but they're not blocking the overpass. So it's a back and forth child's game. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm getting to the point where I don't want to play this fucking game. But now, it looks like the state that's going to swing is going to be Pennsylvania. Right now, if you look at the Apple News map, Trump has that state right now. That gives him enough electoral votes to win. But there's no landslide either way. Now, here's the other. No matter what happens, each side's going to say, oh, God, look what happened, and that wasn't right. Well, I don't know. But you also have to think on the other end of the fence. Do they want to do it? Now, had they done the other and popped Trump off real quickly, then people would have been pissed. The riots would have hit the street. It would have been, and they're already doing it. Portland and Washington, they're already there. Oh my God, oh my God. Because maybe people are looking at the numbers and saying that there is an opportunity, see? Well, I don't know when you're going to know. Could be today, could be tomorrow, could be the end of the week. I don't know. But we sat there and we watched those red states stick there. I watched a couple of blue states switch, which threw him back. There was a state I was watching to flip, and it didn't. But the thing is that a lot of people got sick and tired of the same old shit. And I'll tell you this before I'm almost at work, but you know who, his problem is he shoots from the hip and says what he thinks. That kills him. But, so here's the thing. Nancy Pelosi ends up on the news talking like they've won. JoJo talking like they won. But it's not over. And all the states that are swinging towards frickin' Trumpy are still red. So I don't know where you're getting all that crap from. But here's another thing that I'll go into before I'm done, because I'm almost at work. Biblically, Trump will win. If you believe in that. But unfortunately, it's not a good thing. So, is it better to go through a lot of bullshit for another 4 years, but maybe that other shit doesn't happen? Or is it better to elect him in again, and then in about 3.5 years, biblically it'll all fit? Right by the time he goes out. You see what I'm saying? So, that's the fence. I'm on the fence. Like I said, I really don't care for either individual. I think they're both dumb. But the race needs to be fair. If you thought there was a collusion the last time and all that, well, whatever. But then again, your end needs to be fair this time, and let it be fair. Don't hold up these states, say, oh no. No, be fucking fair. Because it isn't right to pull shit like that on people when you want a fair election. You know what I mean? So, right now, if Sleepy takes the states that have him, it's 258. If Trumpy takes the states that have him, it's 258 or something like that. Well, whatever it ends up being, no. Trump would be 260 and Biden would be 258. Okay? Trump would have a 2-point lead, and then the next state they both need is 20 points, just throws them each one of them over. So you know how long ago it's been until that's happened, where it's close, so close that they end up having to have another state do it? That's pretty fucking rare, guys. Just saying. So, as I pull into work, if you're into that at all, keep watching that map and see if it ever does change, because right now it hasn't. All I know is somebody's playing around somewhere. That's all I know. There's no damn way that this is like this. And then, like he said, he goes, you watch, these 3 states will pop up in 20 minutes. And they did. Meaning, well, if you could call that, and here's the person, then obviously something ain't cool. Anyway, my friends, as I come into work, which is a kind of crowded day, and I back my car in, I will be seeing you the next time. I popped in 2 videos today. I got a lot to do when I get home. So, just letting you know that I got a lot to do when I get home. So, you guys all have a really good day. Hopefully everything works out the way everybody wants it. And who knows? So, my friends, part 2 of election. And I'll be seeing you. Eyes to the skies. Peace.